Today we delve into the heart-pounding world of Street Fighter VI, a game that has revolutionized the fighting genre with its drive impact and drive rush mechanics. Street Fighter VI, the newest addition to the long-standing Street Fighter series, has truly pushed the boundaries of what we expect from a fighting game. With its introduction of the drive, impact, and drive rush mechanics, Street Fighter VI has added a unique flavor to the game that has both intrigued and challenged players. So, what exactly are these mechanics? Let's start with drive impact. This is essentially a powerful strike that players can utilize to deal significant damage to their opponents. But it's not just about brute force. The drive impact requires strategic timing and precision to successfully land a hit. It's a high-risk, high-reward mechanic that adds an extra layer of strategic depth to the game. On the other hand, we have the drive rush. This mechanic is all about unleashing a flurry of rapid attacks on your opponent. Unlike the drive impact, the drive rush focuses on speed and agility rather than power. It allows players to maintain constant pressure on their opponents, keeping them on their toes and disrupting their strategies. Both of these mechanics function as strategic tools in the game that players can use to their advantage. They add a layer of complexity to the combat system, challenging players to not only master the basic controls, but also to understand and strategically utilize these mechanics in their gameplay. That being said, these new mechanics have also sparked a debate among players. Some argue that they enhance the gameplay, providing additional strategic options and creating more dynamic and exciting battles. Others, however, feel that they add unnecessary complexity to the game, making it more difficult for newcomers to get into the action. But the question remains, do these mechanics truly enhance the gaming experience, or do they make the game unnecessarily complex? As we delve deeper into the world of Street Fighter VI, we'll explore this question further, examining the pros and cons of the drive impact and drive rush mechanics. Now let's dissect the drive impact mechanic and its implications on gameplay. This feature, folks, is a game changer, quite literally. It's like the secret sauce that adds a whole new layer of strategic depth to Street Fighter VI. Think of drive impact as a chess move in the middle of a boxing match. It's not just about landing punches, but about when and how you do it. When executed correctly, drive impact can turn the tide of the match, giving you that edge over your opponent. It's a powerful tool in the hands of a player who knows how to use it, adding a thrilling dynamic to every duel, every round. But let's not get too carried away. Like any tool, it's only as good as the wielder. And this is where drive impact's potential drawbacks come into play. For one, there's a steep learning curve. For new players or those just stepping into the world of Street Fighter VI, mastering drive impact can seem daunting. It's not just about pressing buttons, it's about timing, positioning, and a whole lot of practice. It's like learning a new language, one that speaks in combos and counters. Then there's the risk of over-reliance. Yes, drive impact is powerful, but relying on it too heavily can make your gameplay predictable. An experienced opponent can exploit this, turning your strength into a weakness. Lastly, there's the balance issue. Drive impact is a potent mechanic, but it has the potential to disrupt the game balance. It's a fine line between strategic depth and overpowering dominance, and maintaining that balance can be a challenge. Drive impact, thus, is a double-edged sword, providing an enriching experience for some, while proving to be a hurdle for others. It's a testament to the complexity and depth of Street Fighter VI, a game that continues to evolve and challenge the boundaries of competitive gaming. Moving on to the other mechanic that has stirred up discussions among gamers, the drive rush. This feature is undoubtedly one of the most exhilarating components of Street Fighter VI, and it's no surprise that it's a hot topic among fans. Let's delve into the pros first. The drive rush mechanic brings an adrenaline-fueled dynamic to the game. It allows players to unleash a rapid-fire series of attacks, giving them the opportunity to turn the tide of battle in their favor. It's like a shot of espresso for your character, providing a sudden surge of energy that can be both thrilling and strategic. This feature has the potential to create unforgettable moments of triumph and nail-biting tension in each bout. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are some potential downsides to this high-octane mechanic, the main one being the potential disruption to the game's balance. Drive Rush, with its rapid-fire capabilities, could potentially overpower certain characters and strategies, making the game less about skill and more about who can pull off a drive rush first. This could lead to matches that feel less like a test of skill and strategy, and more like a race to the drive rush. Furthermore, the drive rush mechanic is a double-edged sword. Yes, it can give you a significant advantage if used correctly, but if used recklessly, it can leave you wide open for counterattacks. This could lead to a frustrating experience for players who struggle to master the mechanic or for those who prefer a more defensive playstyle. So, while Drive Rush brings a thrilling pace to the fights, it might just tip the scales in a way that not all players find appealing. It's a feature that's sure to keep the Street Fighter community buzzing with debate for some time. Whether you love it or loathe it, there's no denying that Drive Rush has left an indelible mark on the franchise. Having dissected these two mechanics, what are the key takeaways about the Drive Impact and Drive Rush in Street Fighter VI? Let's rewind for a moment and reflect on what we've explored so far. The Drive Impact and Drive Rush mechanics are two new elements introduced in Street Fighter VI, each with their unique pros and cons. Firstly, let's recall Drive Impact. This mechanic is designed for those who love to strategize and meticulously plan their moves. It's a tool for the tacticians, the chess players in the realm of Street Fighter. The Drive Impact allows for a more controlled game, permitting fighters to manipulate their opponent's actions to their advantage. However, on the downside, it does require a certain level of skill and understanding of the game's mechanics. It's not something beginners can easily master, but it's a tool that can be incredibly rewarding for those who do. On the flip side, we have the Drive Rush. This mechanic is all about speed and aggression. It's a whirlwind of quick, intense action that can turn the tide of a battle in seconds. It's perfect for those who thrive in high-pressure situations and love the thrill of a fast-paced bout. But like the Drive Impact, it's not without its drawbacks. The Drive Rush can be an unpredictable beast, and it can sometimes lead to hasty decisions and costly mistakes. Both these mechanics have significantly shaped Street Fighter VI, injecting a fresh dose of strategy and excitement into the gameplay. They've added layers of depth and complexity, enhancing the overall experience for players. But it's important to remember that these new additions are not for everyone. Some might find the Drive Impact too intricate, while others might find the Drive Rush too chaotic. In conclusion, the Drive Impact and Drive Rush mechanics have indeed added a new dimension to Street Fighter VI, but whether this is a positive or negative change is something that can be highly subjective. As we wrap up our discussion, we'd love to hear your thoughts. We've explored the complex and intriguing mechanics of Street Fighter VI, delved into the pros and cons of both Drive Impact and Drive Rush, and shared our key takeaways. Now, it's your turn. What are your thoughts on these fascinating game mechanics? How have they enhanced your gaming experience or perhaps proven to be a challenge? We all know that Street Fighter VI is not just about the kicks, punches, or the dazzling special moves. It's also about strategy, timing, and understanding the intricate mechanics that make this game a thrilling experience. And Drive Impact and Drive Rush, they're the heart and soul of this experience. So how do you use Drive Impact? Do you use it to break through your opponent's defenses or as a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of battle? And what about Drive Rush? Is it your go-to for unleashing a flurry of attacks, or do you save it for that perfect moment to land a game-winning combo? We're particularly intrigued to hear about your strategies and how you incorporate these mechanics into your gameplay. After all, each one of us has a unique approach, a distinctive style that sets us apart in the gaming arena. Maybe you've discovered a trick or two that you'd like to share, or perhaps you've had a memorable match where Drive Impact or Drive Rush played a significant role. We want to hear about it all. This is what makes the gaming community so vibrant and diverse, the sharing of experiences, strategies, and perspectives. It's through these exchanges that we learn, grow, and take our gaming skills to the next level. Remember, every perspective adds to the richness of the gaming community, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts. Until our next deep dive, keep gaming,